it is Leo Robinson, number 2, Anglo-Algerian driver, about to become the first Algerian-born driver to win a British karting championship title. He starts from pole alongside his teammate Wesley Swain. Jack Hobson and Henry Jocelyn are on row 2. Cameron Pratt-Thompson and the British Open champion and this year's championship runner-up, probably, Macaulay Bishop on row 3. Lewis Byrne and Thomas Behrman go from row number 4. Row 5, Taylor Orridge and Charlie Morrison-Jones. Fred Green and Isaac Phelps on row 6. Row 7 is Eden Spanswick and Hardy Mimasi. Row 8, Brandon Truman and Jack Cunningham. And on row number 9, Ashton Wiggins and Tommy Harfield.
Well, there we go. I've just come back to the commentary box after my long run.
Yes.
It's a long run down to the other end of the pit lane.
It is.
So I'm briefly in. I couldn't hear the PA on my way back. So what we're looking at the points then for this one. What's the crack?
Well, the crack is that Leo Robinson has 893 points, and Macaulay Bishop has 868, and I'm racking my brains to figure out a way of, is the championship race over or not? And I think it's, well, if the fat lady's not singing, then she's certainly warming the vocal cords up.
Right.
We will probably get a full concert by the end of this next race. As the lights go green, we're off and racing. Robinson tucks into second place, third place behind Wesley Swain as they go through turn number 1, under the bridge and out onto the banking. I mean, Bishop will want to win out from here. He will be doing everything he possibly can to take the win, and then what happens to Robinson happens. But Leo Robinson down to third place. It's Wes Swain leading, and Henry Jocelyn for McBarrett Racing up into P2.
Yep, good start then from the entirety of the field then. Everyone getting through hairpin 1 cleanly. We go down into the next section there. So Chris Walker, kartpits.net, just at the side of the track. It's, his scalp is looking a little lobsterish as he goes through. Down the inside, though, goes the number 26 plate of Henry Jocelyn, who won a heat earlier on as well.
Wow, and look at that, Anthony.
Yeah.
That is Robinson passing Swain and Bishop going with him. So Macaulay Bishop is now right on Robinson's rear bumper. A very, very quick look at the season so far. Leo won the opening round at Sheddington and the second round at Kimbolton. At a double-header at Larkhall, Macaulay Bishop won the first half of it, then Robinson won the second half of it. Robinson also won at Rowrah, but Bishop has come second. He's had 2 other second-place finishes and a third. Overall, I mean, Oliver Greenall and Vinnie Phillips have both got 5 Mini X30 wins. If Robinson wins this one, he moves into a tie with Greenall and Phillips for the all-time Mini X30 British Championship win list with 5 wins. Yeah. If he wins today and he wins tomorrow, he takes the overall lead in the Mini X30 Hall of Fame, as it were. But Macaulay Bishop now has the lead, and that is a fusion car. It's Jack Cunningham that's gone off.
Oh, okay. Heart-in-mouth moment there.
Okay, there we go.
Not the number 2.
We're now up to speed, completely up to speed.
We're up to speed. Excellent. So with 10 minutes plus 1 additional lap, Macaulay Bishop now leads this Mini X30 final. That is as much as Macaulay can do. He cannot do any more. Henry Jocelyn there in second place from Leo Robinson, the number 2. The points at the moment as the positions as they stand. Robinson has got the 893 points. Bishop has 876 points. Again, what does that mean going into tomorrow? Can it be done? There it is on your screen. Those top 2 so close as here comes Jocelyn to the lead, gets it done, and out onto the rough stuff goes Bishop. Robinson now trying to get the cut back here, can't do it. Jocelyn now down into third. Bishop holding on to that. Here comes Hobson, here comes Swain, and it looked like Robinson was going to go for a move there.
I was going to say, but I mean, this is where, trust in drivers. Bishop is going to do everything he can. Bishop needs to win out from here, if at all possible. Robinson is just sitting in second place. Now, Leo Robinson's championship points haven't changed, even though he's dropped down, because, this would be one of his worst scores, I suppose. I mean, we're dropping 3 scores. I mean, Leo Robinson, all throughout the season, his worst overall score is a 3rd place score. So he's dropping 2 seconds and a third at the moment. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable. Bishop is going to fight for all he's worth. Now, Nigel Edwards did say no defending until the later stage of the race. We're about to find out if Macaulay Bishop was listening or not, as Robinson. But again, what you want to see, Bishop and Robinson have been, and this is with no disrespect to anyone else in the Mini X30 field. But Robinson and Bishop have been the class of this field this year. Wesley Swain almost took a win at Kimbolton, but the rest, I mean, look, last time out at Rowra, I mean, Robinson and Bishop were in a different zip code.
Yeah, they were.
To everybody else.
They were, yeah. I mean,
and so, if it would be great to see them finish 1-2 in no matter what order in this race. The celebration at the end from Robinson will tell us all that we need to know.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Well, here we go then. Out of the final corner once again. They were closing up the last lap. Now they're not so much, as Pratt Thompson down the inside of Swain there, moving up into 5th place. Hobson kind of in a no man's land as well at the moment as they go through. He's latching onto the back of Jocelyn, I will say, as you go through. So now you can just see a bit of a line all the way throughout. There's a bit of a gap between them as Mamassi sets the fastest lap of the race.
Yep, I know that Hardy's family in Canada will be watching this closely in Toronto, Ontario.
If they are watching, indeed, let us know what time it is. I'm always curious about the times around.
Well, it's 5 hours behind.
5 hours behind this time. So it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Quick maths.
2 + 2 is 4. -1 is 3. Quick maths.
Please never ever do that again.
I know my big man Shaq.
No.
Bishop leads. Robinson 2nd. Jocelyn 3rd. Hobson in 4th. Swain 5th. Pratt Thompson in 6th. Bird is 7th. Orange 8th. Mamassi with the fastest lap is up to 9th. And Behrman rounding out the top 10. Ahead of Harfield, Phelps, Green, Truman, Morrison, Jones, Spanswick, Wiggins and Cunningham.
Lovely shots there as they go under the bridge up the banking. And again, there a bit of defensive moves there in the mid-pack. Who was that?
Well, it was. It looks like this Behrman is looking at the inside coming down the hill.
I think it was.
But the top 4, Bishop looking over his shoulder again. Well, you know, Macaulay Bishop is now going to mess with Leo Robinson because he is going to mess with him. You know, this is like what I'm saying. If he's going to say, Leo, if you want to make a move up the inside, that's fine. But if I turn on you and you're not fully onside and we have an accident, you're the driver that's not fully alongside, that's your fault. And then, you know, so it's a case of, but Robinson is also thinking, okay, well, I'll sit here, you know, but Henry Jocelyn, he wants a position, he wants to win. Hobson, they're not caring about the championship.
No.
They want to go. They want to try and take a win. So they're going to say, all right, well, Leo, we'll make a move on you, and if you want to turn this way, there goes Leo. And again, Bishop closes the door.
Yeah.
And it cost Robinson 2 places. But we'll check the championship points next time around. This is not going to affect Leo's final score. You know, Bishop can't get any more than 876 points. He's leading. And, you know, Robinson, he'll drop this if he finishes 4th, and he'll still be on 895. But everyone wants to... You know, it'd be great if Leo rounds out this championship on a podium, because, again, if he might not race tomorrow. If he seals the title today, he may not race tomorrow, because if you get excluded, you've got to include that 0-point score on your championship score. So he may not race, although there is a bonus. There is a 20-point championship bonus for signing on and competing tomorrow.
Yep, so I think that's kind of settled it. He's probably going to be racing tomorrow, Henry.
Well, he'll go out for qualifying.
Well, yeah, there we go.
He'll go out for qualifying. Here we go. Bishop leads. Jocelyn 2nd. And Hobson at the inside of Jocelyn for 2nd. Out on the banking. Jocelyn trying to go around the outside for the race lead. But no, Hobson moves to P2. Here comes Jocelyn back at Hobson for P2. Coming through turn number 4. And Jocelyn makes the move. Hobson runs a little bit wide. And here comes Leo Robinson back into 3rd place on the podium. And right behind Leo Robinson is the number 33 Pullman Racing Kart of Cameron Pratt Thompson. So Pullman Racing leads with Macaulay Bishop. Then it's Mick Barrett Racing 2nd with, it was Mick Barrett Racing 2nd with Jocelyn, there it is. Then it's Fusion 3rd with Robinson. 4th is Pratt Thompson for Pullman Racing, and 5th for the MLC Motorsport team is Hobson. Then it's Lewis Bird, Hardy, Mamassi, Taylor Orridge, Tommy Harfield and Tom Behrman.
Indeed, as they go through then, we're on lap 8. We're about to finish lap 8, lap 9 about to commence. As they go through, 3.5 minutes plus that one additional lap. And like you say, big look over the shoulder there from Bishop just to see, right, who's right behind me. And he can see that it is Henry Jocelyn. And Henry Jocelyn no more behind. Well, I tried to go for that move down the inside of the corner there. That was very bold there, but slots back in. Robinson's still there in third place. He's not made a move yet on Jocelyn after that attempt. In the background, though, it's all starting to get a bit side by side as well for fourth place. As Mamasi, who's down the inside, gets that move done. The 44 moving up positions now into...
Oh, spin hard.
Oh, and it is Mamasi. Oh, dear.
Oh, the Evolve kart almost revolves. And half revolve. And now we're down to 3 at the front. We're down to 3 at the front. Jocelyn is looking to make his presence felt, and Bishop is going to just make that O-plate kart as wide as possible. Of course, he won the O-plate here at PFI, so he's got speed. He knows how to get round here in this Mini X30 kart. And Robinson has just got to say, this is going to be the longest 2 minutes and 38 seconds of Leo Robinson's life, as he's now got to just sit and count the seconds down. And here comes Jocelyn, and Jocelyn makes the move. Bishop's offline. Now Robinson's going to try and pass Bishop. Bishop squeezes Robinson, but not too much, not too much. I think Macaulay Bishop knows that if he tried to do anything there, that would be just bad sportsmanship, and that's not what Macaulay's all about, and neither is it. So Robinson makes the move. Robinson makes the move on Bishop, and this is going to go the two title contestants are there, and here comes Taylor Orridge, not Gabriel Silp. He's using Gabriel Silp's old race suit, but it's Taylor Orridge, the number 66 Mad Kart, who now moves up into third, and Bishop is back to fourth. And now it's really important that Bishop doesn't lose his head. Okay, he's got to get his head down. There's still a race to win. There's still a podium to step on. As Henry Jocelyn, Mick Barrett Racing. I'm going to check the stats, Anthony. I'm going to check the stats. And, well, Mick Barrett Racing have never stood on the podium in the British Kart Championship in the Mini X30 class.
No, they have stood on the podium several times here at PF International, but never in this championship.
And I tell you what, neither has Henry Jocelyn stood on the podium in the Mini X30 class. But he looks very good at the moment. And Taylor Orridge up to second. What's happened there? What have we missed?
You know what? I'm not sure.
Robinson has dropped back, so hang on a sec. We've got to switch around. Robinson falling back now. Robinson falling to the back of the pack. I think he's been told, hey, hang on, back you go, back you go. Jocelyn, Orridge and Bishop the top 3. It's still 895 points for Robinson, 870 for Bishop. So the gap 25 points, and you know that is more than enough. So I think this is Robinson now sort of easing back. So when you go down to interview the winner, whoever the winner is, I think you might have to find Leo Robinson, who may not finish the podium with 30 seconds to go. Here comes Bishop back at Orridge. Bishop's not done yet. Back up to P2 we go for Macaulay Bishop. Robinson sitting at the back of that lead group.
871 points now for Bishop in that position, but of course that will update again now because he's in second place. Looks over the shoulder and says, come on, let's catch Jocelyn. Can they do it? 13 seconds left on that timer. Last lap board will be out this time. And like we say, big groups work better than none, but there we go. That's Orridge back down the inside there of Bishop. So even though Bishop was saying, come on, let's go, Orridge is not listening there because he, like I say, he just wants a race win, or he wants a good podium finish in this final. Like I say, he's not battling for the championship, but he is battling for the silverware at the end of this race. Yep,
we're going to get the last lap board for the penultimate race of the penultimate round of the Mini X30 season, but it could be the title decider. Jocelyn leads from Orridge, Bishop, Pratt Thompson, Hobson, Bird, and in 7th place at the back of this lead group, number 2, Leo Robinson for Fusion Motorsport. There are hundreds of Algerians watching on the live stream, I am sure. Be ready to wave those flags, because Leo Robinson is now just meters away. They've caught the leaders. Orridge and Bishop aren't out of this one in terms of the win. Here comes Bishop and round the inside, up the inside of Orridge, and now side by side for second. Henry Jocelyn squeezes Orridge second for the Madcrock team. Bishop, one last throw of the dice. Robinson's easing right back into Bobby Game corner. Jocelyn has the lead. Bishop up to second. Oh, a little bit of door handling. Bishop comes out in front. Macaulay Bishop is going to take the win here as they come out to the final corner. Macaulay Bishop, Henry Jocelyn and Taylor Orridge, and behind them Leo Robinson. finishes second. Bishop takes the win. Let's have a look. Bishop jostling the championship standings. 893 for Robinson, 876 for Bishop. They can now, if well, I'm no mathematician, but I think Algeria are standing to attention, and the entire Fusion team. Bishop wins the final on the last corner, or 2 corners from home. Jocelyn did look slightly aggrieved as he crossed the line. Orange third, Pratt Thompson fourth. Robinson finishes in 6th position. Hardy Mamasi comes home in 8th behind Jack Hobson. Then it's Harfield, Behrman, Spanswick, Swain, Morrison Jones, Truman, Phelps, Cunningham, Wiggins and Fred Green, the order. Well, thank you, Anthony. And of course, there we go. Provisionally, Leo Robinson is your 2021 Vera Tours British Kart Champion in Mini X30. Congratulations to Leo, to his family, to Fusion Motorsport, and to everybody who is supporting Leo and the Algerian Karting Federation. They have got a real superstar on their hands.